She has performed at Stand Up New York. She's hosted at the Village Lantern, and she's the regular host of the We Are Not Hipsters show in Brooklyn. Please welcome the talented and vivacious Alice Wooster.
Hey guys. I think we need a moment of silence for Kate Middleton's uterus. Yeah, I have to say, we'll get back to her, but I have to say, he's a prince. He could have given her own ring, not his mother's cursed ring. Okay, he could have given her own ring. Seriously, and by the way, if that was me, if it was me going to my wedding to the future King of England, I'd be in the Cinderella coach, okay? No limos for me. So, yes. Do you guys date hipsters? No? Yes, all right, we have someone, okay. I date hipsters, and this is the thing that I like the most. You can be on a date with two hipsters at the same time without either of them knowing it. While one is ignoring you as part of the hipster dance, you could be talking to another one. You could be making out with a male model while the guitarist is text messaging you, "Where'd you go?" No, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I got onto OkCupid. Yes. Oh, we have another unhappy person. Thank you. OkCupid is the Match.com for hipsters, and I had suffered a really terrible breakup. And so one night I was corresponding with one of my gentleman suitors, and I was running out of whiskey, and he was running out of gin, and he said, "Why don't we meet up at Hotel Delmino?" Which is it's not a hotel, it's a bar. It's a bar. Lovely Williamsburg. And so I put the Runaways on pause, headed out into the night. And I could hear in my head my mother's voice saying to me, "Turn around, you're going to get murdered." But no, I kept going. When I got there, I really didn't want a relationship. I really just wanted a seedy one-night stand. Rub the ex-boyfriend out of my mind. And the first thing that went wrong was he looked like his picture. But really, and they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to look like their pictures. They're supposed to be completely different pedophiles. And so he was handsome. He was handsome. And then we were talking. He was eloquent. And then it turns out he had a job. And it was a good job. It wasn't your typical, hipster. He wasn't a blogger. And yes, and so I had quite a lot to drink, and so he took me back to his place. Now, my ex-boyfriend lives with 3 roommates off the Morgan stop in Bushwick, and has one of those inflatable travel mattresses. This guy had a duplex in Greenpoint with river views and only one roommate. And one of those 4-poster beds you could tie a man to properly. So now I'm in a relationship. And this is the thing. I was inexplicably, after 10 months of a relationship, with my mother in a baby gap. Yes. And I grew up in the fashion industry. My mother dressed me as a dominatrix from a very early age. And the Stella McCartney designed tutus made her turn to me and say, "I want you to have a girl." This woman's been pushing condoms at me since I was 11 years old, and now she wants. So I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I can subject another human being to a leather pantsuit in 1st grade. I just don't know. My mother wore, no, really, this is true. 1st grade, leather pantsuit. My mother wore Balenciaga to a teacher conference. And let me tell you how much those women love it when you're wearing more than their yearly paycheck. So this is, I was 92.5 pounds when I was 12, and my parents took me to a resort that was owned by a fashion house in Barbuda. It was an adult-only resort, so they told everyone I was 16, and I was wearing a skin-tight catsuit, Elsa Peretti jewelry, and I had no one to talk to except for the 18-year-old mistresses of the wealthy Italians. But I did learn a thing or two. So my boyfriend, he's a delight. But before I met him, I did have one other interesting guy. I have to tell you. Thank you. When a man asks you if he can clean your apartment while wearing a pink tutu and you whip him, ladies, say yes. He can detail a toilet like you've never seen. And I have to tell you, you have no idea how hard it is or how long it takes to clean an apartment before someone else is going to do it erotically. Yes. Well, thank you guys. This has been a delight. And thank you very much. Give it up for your host, Michael Posniak.